So you plan to start a business, but you don't know where? Maybe take a look at the 15 biggest startup hubs in Europe. Coming up now. Hi, I'm Oliver and welcome back to the channel AskMeStartup, where we talk about startups, small businesses and the world that surrounds them. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and pushing the notification bell so YouTube lets you know whenever I'm uploading new content. If you're into startups, if you think about starting a business, if you have a small business, please feel free to download our free startup checklist, link in the description below. All right, everybody. Today's topic, the 15 biggest European startup hubs. Now, if you start a business, there are many things to consider, among which the country or the location might be very important. And I've done plenty of videos on several countries in Europe already on this channel. But sometimes people want to be more specific. They want to understand which cities are the best to start a business. Hence, here's the ranking of the top 15 startup hubs in Europe, starting with number 15, Hamburg. Now, Hamburg is a city in the north of Germany, and it is very well connected to the world by its connection through the river and the ocean. Hence, it has the largest harbor in Germany. That's the reason why you will find a lot of logistically attached startups around the Hamburg area. Rank number 14, Helsinki. Now, the capital of Finland is very well known for its gaming industry. Hence, there's also a lot of startup capital available in the Helsinki area to support new apps to be programmed for gamers. Rank number 13, Zurich. Now, the largest city of Switzerland is very popular among different sectors of startups, ranking from financial, fintech industry to medical industry to farming and robotics, specifically drones. Here, the capital availability is okayish, and the surroundings of Switzerland are great. Rank number 12, Tallinn. Now, the capital of Estonia ranks 13 on our list of the European biggest hubs due to the fact that the government is very proactive. It has created a digital residency which allows digital entrepreneurs to take residency in Estonia but live around the globe. Now, that proactively attracting digital entrepreneur type of regulatory framework really boosts up Tallinn and has become the 12th most important hub in Europe. Rank number 11, Copenhagen. Now, the capital of Denmark is very well known for its happy citizens. The ecosystem of startups has been there for a long time, but the capital hasn't been growing as much as it used to in the past, or other European hubs have become bigger and bigger. Hence, Copenhagen is now ranking number 11 on our list of the best European startup hubs. So here we're at the top 10, and rank number 10 is Milan. Now, the biggest city of North Italy is the largest startup hub in Italy itself. Now, the country might not be the most favorable, and startups here actually tend to look for more domestic or national startups. Hence, they're not looking to develop international, but more really Italian, or like the French do, French startup. Rank number 9, Dublin. Now, the capital of Ireland attracts a lot of capital, and since Brexit has boosted and gained more ranks due to the fact that people are moving out of Great Britain. Availability of capital is great, and the startup ecosystem is growing and is now the 9th biggest in Europe. Rank number 8, Stockholm. Now, Stockholm is the capital of Sweden, and it is very attractive to a lot of people in the digital space. And a lot of digital startups and security startups, specifically for blockchain technologies, for instance, are based up there. The availability of capital is great, and the tax system might be a challenge for many because, let's put it in a nice way, any Scandinavian country love a substantial amount of taxes. Startup hub number 7, Madrid. Now, the capital of Spain, in the center of the country, is attracting a lot of startups. It's become a hip and modern city, and people are trying to establish their businesses there. The great thing about Madrid is that they managed to increase the amount of funding available in the ecosystem down there. Hence, that hub has gained more importance over the last years. Rank number 6, Munich. Now, that South German city, the largest city in Bavaria, actually is very attractive to a lot of startups. A lot of things happening, especially in the farming and in the pharmaceutical industry. Nonetheless, Munich is also the most expensive city in Germany. Hence, it might be a trade-off, and if you want to know more about Germany, just, click the link up here. Rank number 5, Barcelona. The second Spanish city, and it is on the east coast of Spain, is attracting a lot of young and hip people. Hence, the startup system that they're establishing there has grown and grown, and it is a mixture of availability of capital and their location on the ocean. Rank number 4, Amsterdam. Now, the largest city in the Netherlands attracts a lot of international startups. The funding availability is great, and the hub structure is also on the positive side and on the better ones in Europe. If you want to take a closer look, just click the link up here. And here we are already at the top 3. And the third most important and biggest startup hub in Europe is Paris. Now, the French capital attracts a lot of international and domestic startups, and the French government is trying their best to attract those startups from all over the world. Hence, they established La French Tech, which is a startup hub organization which tries to, establish availability of capital, availability of human capital, and availability of monetary capital. Now, that monetary capital is also provided by the French state itself, and they are really trying to push startups on the eco-friendly side, or really sustainability startups that usually would find it difficult to be established by private equities. And here we are at place number 2 for the second biggest and most important startup hub in Europe, Berlin. Now, Berlin, the capital of Germany, has become a very hip and modern startup scene, and we do see startups from all different types of sorts. We also know that the availability of funding has increased significantly in this area, and it has become attractive to also Eastern European countries to move to Berlin, because here the bridge to different and new markets is given. Good for Germany. If you're more interested for more, just click the link up here. And here we are at the biggest and most important startup hub in Europe. Ranking number 1, London. The capital of Great Britain attracts a lot of international startups due to the fact that A, the country's mother tongue is English, B, they have the biggest and best availability of capital for funding startups, and C, they have a large financial industry, which means that the establishment of fintech startups is big. Digital startups are important up there as well. Now, will London remain number 1? Most likely for some time, but we're not aware what impact Brexit will have on the attractiveness of London. Reason being that they have lost their access to the European market, which in all the other countries you would have, except for Zurich, where they have some contracts in place, and London, which has a not so well established contract in place now with the European Union. But we'll see how the ecosystem plays out, and at the end it's important where people would like to start their businesses and which hub offers the best support for startups. All right, everybody, I hope this was helpful for you. Please leave a comment, smash the like button. Just let's have a discussion on what you think is the best startup hub in Europe, and we will see you next time.